Beneath the icy surface of the North Atlantic, at nearly 3,800 meters below where sunlight dies and pressure bends steel, lies the wreck of the RMS Titanic. A monument both to human ambition and to the quiet patience of the ocean. More than a century has passed since that fateful night in April 1912. Yet the ship continues to whisper through the rust and the darkness. Each expedition that descends into the abyss reveals new fragments of a story written not in ink, but in corrosion and silence. Among these discoveries, one chamber has recently captured the imagination of scientists and historians alike. A hidden room, now known as the Titanic's secret bedroom. The room was first detected in a 2023 high-resolution sonar map created by an OceanGate exploration team before their tragic loss in the Titan submersible. Within the decaying hull of the ship's stern section, researchers noticed an unexplored cavity sealed off by sediment, twisted metal, and thick colonies of rusticles. When remotely operated cameras finally slipped through a narrow opening, they revealed an astonishing sight. A bed frame still stood intact, its brass fittings dulled green by time. A wall lamp, bent but recognizable, shimmered in the submersible's beam, and in the far corner, a cracked mirror reflected the light like a ghostly window into another age. Experts believe this may have been one of the ship's first-class cabins, perhaps belonging to a wealthy British woman or an American businessman whose identity remains uncertain. Inside that silent space, the evidence of human life lingers with heartbreaking precision. A carved wooden panel above the bed still holds the faint curves of a Baroque pattern. Near the door rests a pair of women's leather shoes, their tips turned outward as if the owner once rose to leave but never returned. On the nightstand lies a pocket watch, frozen forever at 2:18 a.m. The moment, almost to the minute, when the Titanic slipped beneath the waves. Such details are more than artifacts. They are quiet witnesses to the fragility of human life and the permanence of loss. This discovery has reignited ethical debates across the scientific community. To what extent should humanity disturb a site that is, in truth, a grave? Dr. Emily Watson, a marine archaeologist at the University of Southampton, cautions that every door opened on the seafloor is both a door to history and a door to moral responsibility. Today's expeditions operate under strict international guidelines. No artifacts are removed. Everything is recorded digitally through cameras and 3D scans. Thanks to this restraint, people around the world may one day explore the secret bedroom virtually, without ever laying a hand on the past. But another mystery is unfolding around the wreck, one not of human memory but of biology. Scientists have discovered that Titanic is being devoured by colonies of Halomonas titanicae, iron-eating bacteria that slowly consume the steel hull, creating beautiful yet deadly cascades of orange-red rust. These microbial gardens grow thickest around the area of the secret room, prompting researchers to wonder whether life itself is erasing the last evidence of its own story. At the current rate of decay, many experts predict that the Titanic could vanish completely within the next 20 to 30 years, leaving behind only digital models and data, an echo of the ship that once embodied the peak of human progress. Modern 3D photogrammetry now allows scientists to reconstruct every inch of the wreck in astonishing detail. In virtual space, viewers can walk into the secret bedroom, watch beams of simulated light sweep across the mirror, and feel the weight of history pressing through the digital silence. Museums are preparing global virtual exhibits that merge science and memory, letting people explore without harm. In this way, technology becomes both microscope and memorial, a bridge between remembrance and respect. Yet beyond technology, the room beneath the sea remains a moral mirror. The Titanic was once the pinnacle of innovation, a floating palace built on confidence and pride. Its downfall reminds us that every triumph of progress carries within it a seed of humility. Standing, if only virtually, inside that hidden bedroom, we are forced to confront our own reflections, our desire to conquer nature, to preserve memory, and to outlast time itself. The rusting walls remind us that no structure, however grand, escapes the slow, patient logic of the deep. As the exploration lights fade and the submersible ascends, the camera lingers for a final moment on the cracked mirror within the room. In its fractured surface, the glow of the machine shimmers like a fading heartbeat. For a brief second, it seems as though the ship is looking back at us, an echo from 1912, whispering through 2 miles of dark water. Remember us not for how we died, but for how we lived, how we dreamed, and how we believed.